Harris County Judge Ed Emmett is calling on citizens with boats to help with water rescues. The county judge is the chief executive for the county. Emmett's request comes after he discouraged people in Houston from evacuating Friday before the storm hit.
This is not an event you can call for evacuations. A hurricane, you know the storm surge is coming and the coastal areas need to be evacuated. But exactly which neighborhoods might or might not flood tonight or tomorrow night, we don't know.
Emmett is also director of Harris County's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. He joins us by phone. Good morning. Good to have you here.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. We're waking up this morning after more rain overnight. How dire is the situation?
Oh, the situation continues to be very, very extreme, and the first responders have done a great job of trying to get people out of harm's way with help from ordinary citizens who have pitched in with boats and high water vehicles. Now the issue is, as they continue to bring people out of the flooded areas, we have people who are stranded that they brought out to shopping malls and schools, and now we have to have the logistical means of getting them and supplies to the relief shelters so that we can begin to take care of these people and get their lives semi back to normal.
I'm hearing from friends I know here in Houston, her mom and dad on the second floor of their house with their dogs. There have got to be hundreds more stories like that. Do you feel like you have the resources you need?
I don't think anybody could have enough resources to deal with this. The state sent in assets. They were very helpful, very cooperative, but the roads are all impassable. So it wasn't until late yesterday that Texas Task Force 1 was able to even arrive and stage their equipment. We are able to now use that today, and that will be very, very helpful. But with interstate highways closed, roads are closed, just being able to get into some of these neighborhoods is the difficulty.
Do you have any update on casualties?
I don't at this time. It's been miraculous that there haven't been more. The early casualties, one is too many, but appear to be a handful, and most of them were related to being in vehicles and driving into high water, which is why we didn't want people on the roads as this event unfolded.
Gayle?
Can you help us understand some of the injuries that you're dealing with? I saw a very touching piece this morning where someone was helping a woman rescue from the water, and he said, listen, the water is very cold, but don't worry, we're going to be here to help you. Don't worry about that. And I hadn't really thought about the temperature of the water. What kind of injuries are you dealing with or seeing?
Well, of course, anytime people are trying to, well, let me back up. First, we encourage people to stay in their home if at all possible, because going out into the floodwater is dangerous. Debris is in it. Manhole covers come off and you could fall in. You don't know what the terrain is under your footing. And so there are injuries that are just going to happen. But right now, my concern is these first responders have been doing this now for 2 days without rest. People are really beginning to get worn out. And whenever you get that tired, then it makes it even easier to injure yourself.
Judge, any idea what's in the water, and if your body stays in contact with it for too long, and if you ingest it, what do you tell people when it comes to making that decision? Do I go or do I stay?
Well, we always say, if at all possible, stay in your home. If the water's such that your life is threatened, then of course we say dial 911. But the 911 system, we have 3 major 911 call centers, City of Houston and Harris County, and they were overwhelmed with people calling for help. I had people calling me directly who happened to know my cell phone, and they'd say, listen, there's a woman who has gone into labor in such and such place. Can you help get her out? Wow. We have 4.7 million people living in Harris County, and of course the surrounding counties, the overall region is about 6.5 million. So it's just a massive, massive dire situation.
You make a very good point about the work that the first responders have been doing and how tired they must be, and that's why you're calling on volunteers to help. A man was watching the news. He said, listen, I was sitting home watching you guys, and I thought, let me get out there and help. I'm an able-bodied man. So how critical are the volunteers to this effort?
Absolutely critical, and not only those who can come out and help with the rescue. We're setting up so many shelters. People can go volunteer in those shelters to serve food, to provide supplies. And interestingly enough, the schools are all closed for the entire week. So, you know, the kids that are old enough, take them, let them help too. This is something that neighbor to neighbor, we just have to pitch in and help each other.
Okay, thank you very much, Judge Ed Emmett there, Harris County top official when it comes to public safety. We appreciate the time. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.